And we're broadcasting. Hello. Welcome. And I do mean that, by the way. Welcome, yes. Also a hello bit, yes. So, game development. Friday. Yes. So, right. Thank you. Right, so, hi-yo. Right, hello, yes. I have done a little bit of work between streams on the game. Nothing with the graphics, however, I have done some script work. I've laid out the basics for the inventory system, and for saving. So yes, what I've done is basically, so you spawn in. Actually, I'll make it full screen so you can see. Actually, is that? Ah, right, I see what I've done. I've not switched over. There we go. Now I've switched over. Good. So, we can't see it anyway. Yes, you can. Right. Oh, I've spawned. I've set the spawn. Reset the spawn. Sorry. There we go. Yep. Actually, that's the first time that has happened. So that's interesting, as far as I can remember anyway. So what I've done is that now, when you go over here to pick this up, well, first of all, I've added an inventory screen. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Why is it there? Oh, right, I see why. I need to reset this. Right, so spawn in. There's the key. You look at the inventory screen. It's just an empty box at the moment. Then if you pick it up, you can see there is now an entry here that says key on it. And another interesting thing is that items are now handled via scriptable objects, which are kind of instances of scripts that you can have as assets. So, for example, I can have an item as an item scriptable object, and then have one be a key, another be a pebble, another be a stick, and whatever else I want. So, because I'm doing it that way, I want to have two names. One, well, kind of, yeah. One is the ID, so the number of the object, so that I can more easily refer to an object in the script. And the other is the display name. For example, for this key, it's a display name is key, which is what it's displaying now. Pick up key. If I hold control, it switches to the ID, which is 0001. Yes, so over here, you can see this is the scriptable object. It has variables, so ID name, display name, and weight, which is in grams. I've just put 10, just because I wanted to. Actually, let's do this. The next thing I've done is I've made it so that when you exit a level, when you go through a gate, that it saves the game state. It saves what items you have, basically, and how much it weighs. Wait. Yes. Right. So, yes, it saves the item ID, the weight, and the number of items you have currently. So at the moment, I've deleted the folder, and this is just under the applications support, the permanent. This is very interesting. Oh, right. Will we be able to throw objects too after you've picked them up? I don't know, maybe. If it has some sort of game mechanic or some sort of reason why you would need to, then maybe. Wait. You missed two. Oh, this is very interesting. I agree. Right, so. Yes. At the moment, I've deleted the folder structure, just so you can see how it generates. So, right, actually, I'll show you in the inspector first. So if I select controllers, you can see I've now got an inventory script and a save controller. Here you can put in the name of the save game to save and to load if you want to load one. At the moment I've just put in game 01, but you will be able to put anything in here, so you can have as many save games as you want. Here's for the inventory controller. I've got the maximum carry weight, which at the moment does nothing. I've just put the variable here just so that I can have it ready when I need to. Next is the current weight and a list of items, which is going to hold the scriptable objects. So now, if I go down here and I pick up the key, wherever it is, there it is, I'm standing on top of it, you can see the current weight on the right goes up to 10, and I've got the exit gate key item there as well. Also, hello, viewer without account, welcome. Right, so I've got those things. Actually, can I make the user interface of Unity a bit bigger? I'll just quickly check this, because that would be nice for you. Let's see. No, we don't need that. Doesn't look like it. Does not look like I can. Maybe in window? No, I don't think I can. I'd have to change the screen resolution. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to pick up the key, and then I'm going to run over to a port, one of the gates at the end, and then walk through it, and then it should have generated the text thing. Alright, nice. How about throwing lava shards at a drain ghost? I know exactly what you mean. Lava shards? Maybe. Drain ghost? Maybe. But not exactly like that. It's more supposed to be like a puddle anyways. Oh, so if we've got loads of items in the inventory, will we actually get weighed down? So not jump as high, walk slower, stop slower? What I've planned at the moment is for it to change the movement speed, yes. I'll probably have it different stages, so that there's probably the normal movement speed, then a little bit way down, then more way down, then just completely you're stationary, and you're good until you cross over that border, that boundary, because that way players only have to worry about what they carry when they get to that point. They don't have to worry about each individual thing they're carrying, which I know isn't very realistic, because it does take more energy the heavier you are. But for a game mechanic, I think that it makes more sense to have it like that. So now you can see no item over here. Now if I walk through the gate, exit play mode, you can see I've got a saves folder. If I go in here, I've got game 01, which is the name I put in. And then I've got a player inventory txt file. If I open this up, you can see that I've got current weight 10, current item count 1, and this is the list of items here. At the moment there's only one here, which is the key I picked up, which is 0001, and then just list end in case I need that. So yes, saving works. Loading, not. Well, the weight for loading the weight of the player works. So and by the way, I've changed the color scheme because this is a bit easier to look at. Right, is that good? That should be good. Right. Now, you can see this is the save controller script. There's all the code for saving. Not that much yet. And for loading, you can see I've only got it so that it loads the weight at the moment. I'll add all the rest of the stuff later? Maybe now. I do want to work on the tree a bit more. Maybe we can do both. Alright, Puddle Ghost. Yeah. Also, will we be able to carry stuff in our hands? For example, a lantern or something? Crowbar. It's good, but the text is tiny, for me at least. Well, maybe I can make it one bigger. Is that better? Right. So, holding things in your hand, probably. Because there are two ways. One way is you look at an object, and then you go into the inventory, right-click on an item, click Use. So then you use that item with the item you're currently looking at, which is, I still can't really see it. One more, please. I'll give you 2. There you go. Is that fine? Is that better? Right, so that's one way of doing it. That can be good, because it means you can use whatever items you want. The other way is to right-click equip an item, and then you can use by maybe right-clicking with it onto another item, which is probably more intuitive. Or maybe I can have both. Maybe I can have both, which might be good. Right. Is that good, the size of the text? Is it okay? Can you read it? Maybe another 2? Well, it's... If I give you another 2, then for you it might be easy to read, but because I've got it up on a big screen, it's going to be more difficult to read. So this is... Maybe it's also because of the thing. Okay, I'm going to try to change the color scheme back to the one I was using before. Is that easier to read? Not really. Okay, in that case, I'm going to switch back. Oh, not settings. Did not mean to go into settings. Okay. Right. Yeah, because, well, I mean, I guess this doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, one more. There you go. This is one more. Right. So it loads. Okay, I think I'll make it so that it loads the stuff first, and then I'll work on the tree. So, it loads, let's see, what does it save? It saves, actually, do I need this? I don't think I do. Alright, thank you. Oh, that's good. I don't need this, though. Actually, tell you what, I'm going to remove this and just put in actually like this, put in a single entry and put in no saved data yet. Okay, so weight is being saved. Now the amount, I know I don't strictly need to load this in because I can just recalculate it anytime I want. But this way it's easier. It doesn't take as long as well. So if line, so down here it's basically looping through every line of the text file, and then it searches for a match of text. So for example, in this case, the line, if I actually show you this here, the text line has current item count : space 1. So what I need to do is, here I'm looking for if the line contains current item count, and then right, I need to, if it does contain that, then I need to get the value out of that line, not the name, but just the value, and put that where I need it. So for the current item count, actually, is that a thing that I actually have a thing to load into yet? Actually, no, I don't. Right, so the next thing then. So, right, if it has... Wait a minute, that's... Actually, that's not right. One second, let me just see that, if that... So, adds that... So it's a new thing. Huh. Wait, does it actually have that or not? Did I not see that? Huh, no it doesn't. Alright, that's fine then. I just noticed the thing that I need to put in. Right, so here I need to put in another line before I add all of the items, which is current item list. Sure, that's fine. Right, so I need to look for this thing, which this will be put right above the list of items, which is why I'll actually delete the folder again, just so that it sets the correct structure when it saves, just to be sure. So it checks for the line, for the content current item count, and then, actually not item count, it needs to be this one, current item list. Then if it finds it, then I need more space. So what do we need to do? We need to cycle through all of the lines in the list, all of that have the IDs, and then put that in the array which contains which items we have. So I need a for loop. So for, actually maybe a for each loop. No, let's use for loop. Right? Right, yes. So for int I should be fine, is equal to 0 if I is less than, and this, actually we do need the other line, right, this is why I added it, because we need to know how many items we have to be able to know how many times we need to cycle through the for loop. So let's just put it in here. So int current item count so if we find this thing, then current item count is equal to float.parse, which means it takes a string and converts it to a float variable, and it uses the sep character, which is the colon. Actually, okay, basically the way this works is the sep character, separation character, is the index of a specific character where it splits the string either side of it. So in this case, I'm using the colon, but because in the text file I've got colon space and then the value, I need to add +2, because basically the way it works is the index is to the left of the character. So the index would be here, where it finds the colon. Then +1 is after the colon, which is where the space is, and then plus another one is after the space, where the actual data begins. So when I parse the string, the text, I'm parsing the line that I'm currently at, because it goes line by line, and it's separating substring basically cuts off the stuff in front. Yeah? So I'm cutting off everything before the value of character, separate character, which is again after the space after the colon. So then the value I get at the end of this is the actual value that I want to get, and then I'm turning that into a float because I'm using float.parse, and putting that value into this variable, which is current item count. So now that I have this, over here, I can do if I is less than current item count. So basically we're looping through as many times as we have items, or supposed to have items. And then I++. Right. So, okay. Now let's see. Are we actually using... No, we're not using that, that's fine. Right. So, I need to add an item to the list of items that we have. So if I go over to the inventory thing, I've got add item right here, which I can just use this actually. Should I? Yes, why not? So save controller. We need, I think I already have a reference to, yes, I already have a reference to the inventory script right here. So if I go down here, I can do inventory, lowercase I, dot add item, and then it wants an inventory item data type, which right, I mean, I can just add a list of all of them. So let's do that. Save, that's okay. Let's see. I'll do it down here. I'll put in another header and just call this other stuff. Why not? And then down here, I need a public array of inventory or inventory items. An inventory item, again, is the scriptable object, which is the thing that has item, ID, display name, weight, that sort of thing. Right, so now I'll make this into an array by putting these little square brackets in. Let me just rechat. Ooh, interesting. Never knew that. Random question. Will we get Magical Spirit Twister as a weather condition in the game? Well, that is an interesting proposition, which actually brings me on to another thing, and that is that for this game, because I'm doing it very openly, the development, most of it anyway, it might be a good idea to have I'm not sure how to do this yet, but it might be good to have online a page where people can actually recommend things, and then, or maybe actually no, I might put a roadmap up, like a Trello roadmap, which I just put in the things that people recommend, maybe in Discord or something like that, so that I can keep track of different things, and I can put in conditions like maybe coming, not coming, definitely coming, maybe definitely not coming, things like that. That might be interesting, although I'd have to look into that. That's just a random thought. Anyway, so a public suggestion pool with an integrated heating. Of course. Right, so we've got inventory items, the array, which I'll put all of the items in the game into. And then the item I add needs to be an element of that array. So that is what, actually, I didn't give it a name. Haha, I didn't give it a name. Right, the name, let's just put items. Or maybe all items. Nice, maybe Trello could be helpful for that. Yes, I did say Trello, didn't I? Oh no, I just said roadmap. I thought about Trello, yes. Item. All items, and then the index. Now see, this is... Actually, I can change it. It's fine. So previously, if I look over here, the way there's an arrow, don't mind that, it's just because it's not finished yet. Now, the way I had it before is that the item ID starts with 0, 0, 0 and then on to 1. However, if I just use an actual number without zeros in front, oh, actually, it should return that anyway, shouldn't it? Because 0001 is just 1, which means that it should start out with 0000 as the first one. Because now, the index of the item that I need to add, basically, it's looking at the save file. Look, it's getting the number, then it's looking up in the list of items what item that corresponds to, and then it adds that item back into the player's inventory. That's basically how it's working. Right, so the index of what it's looking for needs to be float.parse, and then we need, let's see, well, we need the value of line. Actually, do we? Actually, that's an interesting thing. Because previously I had it just as a list. However, here I can't really look ahead. Actually, let's see. Is there a way, is there a function, maybe read line? Because that might be useful. Unity read line, file.read line, let's see. There we go. Read lines. Reads the lines. No, I want to read a specific line. Let's see, it has the path. It doesn't look like I can specify which line to read though. Let's see, get. Alright, well, let's see. I see. Okay, well, maybe read all lines would be helpful, and then I can store it in an array and then read from that. That might be better. Opens the text file, reads all lines into reads all lines of the file into a string array, and then closes the file. Yes, that is what I want. So file.readAllLines. Right. So if the directory exists, then I need file.readLines. No, I need an array first, which is string array inventory. Well, let's use inventory text list again, even though it's, well, text array, that makes it a bit clearer, is equal to file.readAllLines. And by the way, all of this stuff with reading and writing files is all in the systems.io namespace up here, so you'll need to import that if you want to use this. So here we go. Right, so then we use the path, which is the inventory text path, which I set up here. So we read all of those lines, store them in the array, which means that here I can just do a normal for loop to go through it. However, yeah, I'm going to make a quick backup of this kind of, and by that I mean that I'm basically just going to put this in a little commented out section so that I have the original if I want to go back. So a for loop instead. We can use, let's see, int line is equal to 0. If line is less than inventory text array dot length, then I++. Right. Then over here, right, is equal to, right, so now we can't just use line, we need to use inventory, text array, and use the element of line, and then dot index of thing. And I need to replace this everywhere. So instead of using line, we need to use this, and then here this, and then here this. And these ones as well. Contains this, then do all of that stuff, yes. Right, so that means that down here, I can look ahead. So, what does I/O stand for? Sorry, input output, because it's writing to and reading from files. And before that, oh right, I didn't hear it if you did say it. Oh, it's fine. Right, so add item from all items, index, offloaded parse, inventory, text array, line. +1 plus I, because the actual value of line is the index we're currently at, the line we're currently reading, and that is the one that matches this. So current line is current items list. Then I want to cycle through, well actually I need an offset, so I want to read the line beneath that, because it puts the list of all the items underneath a current item list. So that's what the +1 is for. So line that we're currently at, +1. Then we're reading the line of the first item plus I. I is the index of which item we're currently looping through. At the beginning it's 0, so it'll just be line +1 plus 0, so it'll be the first item. The next time loop through is line +1 plus 1, line +1 plus 2, and so on, so it'll loop through all of the items. And then when we've looped through as many items as we're supposed to have, it's going to go back to this over here, which means that this should work if it goes well. Now, because we're doing it like this, I may save some other stuff underneath all of the variable saving things, which means that after the for loop, I need to skip which line we're reading ahead, so that I've skipped all of the entries of items. So line plus equals, current items. Current item count, yes. Now we might get errors, probably get errors, yes. Inventory items could not be found. Line 20, where is it? Oh, it's inventory item, not items. That is out of context. 93, where is it? 93. Let's see. Oh, right, it should be... Oh, right, of course. I need to use line instead of I here in the for loop. Oh, there we go. 93. Oh, actually, no, that should work. Why isn't this working? Does not contain a definition for... Oh, right. Length. I'm missing... Well, I've spelled it a bit wrong. That's why it wasn't working. 99 can convert float to int. 99, there we go. Oh, right. Does int also have a parse? .104. Apparently it does. Int.parse, because... Right, of course, because the current item count is an integer. That you can't have 4.527 items in it. You can only have 4 or 5 items in it. 102. What's this? Use of unassigned local variable. Oh, right, because the item count has never been assigned. Oh, right, yeah, because the item count gets assigned here. Right, so I have to give this a default value of 0 for it to be able to use that in this. because it will get a value in here, but because this will only happen if this is true, it doesn't accept that, so I have to give it a default value, and that should work. Yes. Now, we don't have any errors. Great. So, are there... Right, I've deleted that, that's good. Now, let's see. Oh, right, that makes sense. Thanks. No problem. Yay, great. So let's see, if I hold control, it says 0, 0, 0, 0. Now if I pick this up, it's added it to the inventory, so that still works. I just need to hop over to one of the exit gates. And by the way, I've muted the walking sound because that is a bit annoying sometimes. Right. There we go. Let's walk through it. It's respawned us, and let's see what it's saved in the file. Yes, good. So it's saved 0, 0, 0, 0 as the item we have. So now, wait, what did I do? Does it? It should work if I actually, no, I need to load it. I need to call the function first. Start game, let's load on start, load game. Boingy, 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 boingy. Right, so now if I start, it should put the item back into our inventory. It hasn't. Interesting. What is inventory? Oh, right. Oh, right, of course. Inventory is only the type of the other thing. It's not actually the... Oh, actually, no, it should work. Ah, I know why. I know why it doesn't work. Ha. Have you spotted it? Did not mean to start that. Have you spotted it? Serious catchphrase. Oh, I'm missing a semicolon. Hopefully not. No, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's something different. It's very obvious. Alright, I'm going to take that as a no, which is, I haven't added the items. No, I haven't added the items here. Which means, if I add the item in here, does it work? No, so there's still something else wrong. If my screen was larger, I'd probably have seen it. Have you not reset it or something? Oh, alright, good. Well, let's see. Add item. It needs an item to add. But why doesn't it get called? Okay, well, let's print current item count to see if that's the issue. Because it should have thrown an error if something else was wrong. So it must not be getting called. Print current item count. Zero. Huh. Let's see, what? That is strange. Current item count here is 1. Huh. I wonder why. Let's try... Okay, if I add just 2 items, is it then going to return 1? I need to save, first of all, of course. And actually, don't need to do it here. I can just do it in the file. Item count 2. Let's just copy this. Still 0, so it's not loading it. I must have done something wrong. So it is getting here, but it says we don't have any items in our inventory, so it doesn't add any. So this isn't working. Quite a quiet night today, isn't it? In terms of users in Shadowway, like a deserted city with only one light burning, and the ones of the viewers without accounts. Yes, Slovak Eagle is still streaming. He's streaming until midnight, so he can't make it today. Mr. W, I think, is still having issues with his internet. I'm not sure though. But you're here, and you, without account or without being signed in, welcome. Good. Right, so why doesn't it work? I'm adding this, and you can see that here it does have it here, current item count, and this is the same spelling of the word. It is exactly the same. Like if I copy this, yeah, it is fine. It is highlighting it, so it's fine. Thanks for the secondary welcomeage. Yes. Maybe int.parse doesn't work like I thought it did. Should work. Not sure what's causing the issue then. Yeah, so let's see. It is spelled the same way. I've got the colon, I've got the space. If inventory text array line, which is the index we're currently at, contains current item count, then current item count is equal to int.parse inventory text array line substring separation character that. That is quite interesting. Okay, well, let's just see if it's actually reading the correct line. So I'll just put in print inventory text array line. And let's go over here. Current item count 2. So it is reading the correct line. Actually, let's do this then. Let's move the thing where we're checking. Let's see if this here has the right value. It should be 2 if it's working correctly. And here it is too. That is so strange. Huh. Am I missing something obvious here? Why does it do that? Oh, of course, I know why. It's so obvious again. It is so obvious. It is so incredibly obvious. Just look at it. It's right there in front of you. You can. It's literally right there. It is really obvious. Could you use the print to find out the issue? That's basically what I did. Is it not adding the UI buttons to the inventory? Right, where, sorry. No, the issue is that here it has read the correct number of items we have, the value of current item count. But here it doesn't. Here it prints 2, here it prints 0. Which line? Line 96. Which is here. Do you give up? Do you want me to tell you? Ah, right. Says Kangafango. Yes, please. Right, so I'm setting the value of current item count to whatever it is right here. Because it's setting it to 0? No, that's fine, because it's overwriting it. And we did test it. In here, it does print the correct number. Should it be equals equals instead? Nope, equals equals only compares. It's setting it to the correct number because we said it worked. It printed 2. It worked. You may not have seen that because of the tiny text, but it did work here. It didn't work here. Well, that means the variable must be reset. And of course it is, because I'm creating the variable inside the for loop. So it's going through it once, finds it's currently on the current item count, sets it to the right value. Then it continues on to the next go round. It reinitializes the variable to 0, and then it goes on to loading in the items. So it's not saving it across loops. So if I take the variable initialization out, and actually let's put it over here, now it should work, hopefully. So we should see, so in the text here, actually, in the text here you can see I've got current item count 2, and I've got, wait, current item list 1? That's a bit strange. Why does it do that? Oh, right, that was the count. Oh, right, I don't need this then. Or do I? What's the difference? Oh, right, of course. Yes. I just don't need to add this back here. It's fine. It's fine. Because I duplicated it, I forgot to remove it. It should work now. Right. It's fine. So this should actually be like that. Right. So it's current item count 2, and I've got 2 times 0, 0, 0, 0, which is the key item. Now, if I go into the game, we should see it imported. There we go. It did work. You can see on the right, over here, we've got current items 2. We've got both of the items in here. And we've got the correct items in there. Now, if I pick up the key, see we've got 3. I'll walk over to the other thing again, save by going through the gate, and then I'll test it if we still have 3 when we come back in. Oh, it should work now. Yeah, it does. And let's see if it works. Yes, it does. However, the current weight seems to be off. Because, actually, oh, it might have been because I had it open. That might have been it. Well, it says 40 there. Now if I go in, it says 70. Let's see what's up with that. Let's see, that saves it. In here it should be, can't wait. Oh wait, does it? Oh, of course it does. Because, right, because we're using the add item thing, it automatically re-adds the weight. So actually, it's already done. I don't even need the current weight thing because it's saved in the items. So the current weight, I can just remove. We don't need it. Right, and this down here I can remove as well. So now, if this will be showing a wrong value because we've only got 3 of them. Each one of those weighs 10 grams at the moment. So it should return 30 for the current weight when I go into play mode. And yes, 30, it works. It works, because if you look here into the scripted object I have, you can see it has the weight stored in here. And because it chooses which scriptable object to add, it automatically adds all of those as if I've just picked up the item, which is great. Shreddice, could you maybe make the character speedier if you need to get to the gates all the time? No, I don't need to get to them all of the time. Just an idea. Yay, it works. Yes, so. Also, if I go into the game now and open up the inventory, I should see 3 keys in there. There you go. Key, key, key. 3 of them. Right there. It works. Great. Pick one more up and see 4 of them. Right, so one more thing I want to do before working on the tree, and that is that at the moment, the user interface up here, you can see, well, you can see it right there. Actually, let's put this to this. Should be good. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'll leave it like this. Actually, no, it won't. I'll put it back to this. It's better. So here you can see key, key, key. Yes, can key even. So you can see I've got the item here. If I duplicate it, it automatically puts it into a grid, but it doesn't. It's a scroll field, and the scroll bar only appears if it's full. So basically, I'm not sure if you can see this, but this little white line here is the size of the content. If I move it outside of the borders, you can see that the little scroll bar on the right, the white one on the right of the window, gets smaller the further. Actually, I can change it so to be more obvious. 1 second. Is that the background? Right, so I'm going to make the background darker. So there, now we can see it. So you can see the further down I drag this, the smaller the scroll bar gets. So I need to make sure that this has the same vertical height as the rows of items in it. So I'll see if I can do it quickly. If not, then I'll do it off stream. Yay, now I can see it. Great. So when we open the inventory, actually, we should already have a reference to this. Inventory content, yes, there we go. So open inventory, inventory content dot, actually what is this? There's a transform already. So does height work? Not sure if that works. Let's just see. Nope, that was the wrong thing. Unity 2D rect change size. Right, so it's delta size, and it's a vector 2. That makes sense. Maybe this works. Dot delta size equal to new this thing. This x I don't want to change, so this should be inventory content dot size delta dot x, and y should be, let's see, one of, I think these are 100. Yes, should be 100. So be 100 times let's see. I know this won't work completely correctly at this time, but it will work better. I'll fix it. It probably won't work now, but I'll do it just to see if this works. Roughly works. Times however many we have in our inventory, which is current items divided by 6. So that should work. No, it doesn't. Transform. Oh, right, I see. Dot get component. Was it rect? Rect transform. There we go. This should make it better. No. 51. Let's see, what does this say? Oh, right, I see. Right, well, let's try this then. So let's make a new rect transform variable for this. Maybe you can't change it the way it is at the moment. Is equal to get command rect transform like this. And then let's try and see if rt dot delta size works. No. Why not? Transform does not contain. Why does it say transform? It's rect transform. Let's see. It's using canvas here. Strange. I should be able to get this. Let's just try and see this. Maybe I mistyped something. Let's see. Well, yeah, I'll disable this for now. Just get it in here. Right, so we've got rect transform rt is equal to, well, let's do inventory content dot get component. Actually, is inventory... Oh, right. Actually, maybe I'll need dot game object. That might be it. Get component, direct transform, data size equal to this. So instead of that, I'll just do 100 times the size. Basically how many items we have. And no, still not. See, I've got 2 of them. Well, cannot... Oh, it should be dot count because it's a list. This one... Transform does not contain a definition of a game object and no accessible version of game object. Okay. Right, it needs to be lowercase g. Let's see if that works. That seems to have worked. Now, let's see if this works. So I'll just copy a whole bunch. Then, actually no, that won't, because it will reload it. I need to actually change it in the file, because it will get rid of the ones that have already spawned. So let's just do 6. I'll copy and paste this again. And let's see if this will work. Go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Content. Still says height 100, but it might be fine. Actually, wait, how many does it have? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's 5, not 6. Oh, that changes things. So divide by 5. So then if I do 10 instead, there's 6, so another 4. There you go. Now you see it's changed. You can see now it's different height. Right. So actually, let's see what will happen if I do another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Right, that works. Now let's see if I delete 3 of those. What will happen? Right, so yeah, that's interesting. Right, well, let's just try this. So let's make... Well, let's try 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Actually, no. Wrong. That is 20, 30, 40, 50. Now let's see what it does. I want to see if... Yes. Great. So you can see, now that I've got so many, there is a scroll bar, so I can scroll through all of the ones I've got. And I need to change the sensitivity of that immediately. Sensitivity, is it in the scroll field? Yes, it is. Scroll sensitivity. Let's do 5. There you go. 5 is still too slow. Maybe 15. $15 seems better. Right. Now I want to see what happens when it's partially cut off. So I want to try, let's see, 2 more. So 52. Yeah, these other 2 are not on here yet. So what I'll need to do, well, actually, I can just say this number plus 100. So then it will automatically add another 100 to the bottom. So that now you can see it's got the 2 in here. And actually it needs to be a bit more than 100 because I've got some spacing. Let's see, what is the spacing on those? Right, so it's 5 on top, 5 below. So, actually no, it's 6 and 6 on these. So it should be 112 times 112, maybe? If that's correct? Or maybe I need to offset it once and then it'll always be offset. We'll see. No, that's way too much. No. I think it's just a one-off thing I need to do. Okay, that seems to fix it for those. But since it's on both sides, let's just try 24, and then I'll try it with double the amount, and if it's still not too much space, then it should be fine. Actually, no, it's not, because it's 12 plus 5. It should be 12 plus 5. Let's try 117. Yes, 117 seems right. Now just quickly try to double the amount, as I said before. Right, so that is 104. Right, so now if I scroll all the way down, yeah, it's not working right. I'll need to play with that off stream, unless I can quickly figure it out now. Right, so what is the difference per cell? Let's see, it adds 100 automatically. Now what does it add? Right, so the grid size of that, well, you see, top distance, so that's from the top, so that's 5, and then the spacing between them, I'll just add a whole bunch of them. The spacing between them is 6, so it should be plus 100 plus, let's see if this will work, plus, let's see, 5. Actually, I can just do it like this. So 105 plus 6 times, actually, I wouldn't necessarily need to do it this way, because I could just change it here, surely. That's a bit strange, because that's 6 pixels per gap. So let's see. So if it adds, it's 106 times that's 112, so another 6, another 6. It should work. Why doesn't it work? That's interesting. I'll try and see what happens if it's just on the right side. So it just adds it once. Now this should not be enough. And it isn't. Well, what if I ignore the gap on top and just do the difference between the two? Let's see if that works. No, it still doesn't work, because why would it? It's a one-time thing. So it has to be done every iteration. So that would mean I'd need to do it on the left. Actually, no, I could do it maybe, well, let's see. Let's try it on the right. Plus however many But no, this is already times iteration, so it's exactly the same thing. Let's see. Let's try 11. Almost, not quite. Okay, anyway, I'll deal with that later. It works fine for now. It works fine for now, and that is important. You see the... Actually, right, of course it doesn't change here because I need to do it over here. Yes, you see the scroll bar disappears when there's not enough items in it. So, now, let's have a look at that tree. I'll disable the HUD at the moment so we can see it better. This is the base of it. So, let's see if I can... No, I need those things. Right. Let's just open it up in Blender. Nice, game object to game object. Yes, I got it. Amazing. Really glad it works. Yeah, it's a bit cut off. Nice. What hour is it? It's creepy tree hour. Of course. Also, it's a bit laggy Blender hour. Right. So, I want to put in the roots, like the root things first. So, I'll just select a couple of the edge sides, edge faces. Change shading to solid will help. Yeah, it's fine. You mean this? The X-ray thing. Right, yeah. So, actually, I do not need the top vertices. I only need the bottom ones. And let's extrude... Oh, let's use the 3D cursor as center point. So, oh, that's not right. Yeah, see, that's why I keep it on, because I want to be able to select through the object like this. What is the shortcut for this? Oh, it's Alt-Z. Interesting. Right. Z equals solid, yeah. No, Z is wireframe and things. Alt Z is X-ray. Right, so... Actually, no, I do not want it like this. I want only every two of them with one gap in between, if that's possible. It's not exactly possible, but that should be fine. I'll do it like this. So, this is the basis of what I want. I know it doesn't look great at the moment, but it'll look better, don't worry. Right, so now let's see if I change this a bit like this. Already looks a bit better. It does already look nice. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, I meant the shading. I didn't know it was already on solid. Never mind. It does look a bit better. A bit like a broken rocket. Bit like it, yes. Right. I'll just extend this down below the ground a bit, just so that if the tree is exposed, like on a hillside, that actually, let's do it a bit further down, that it's not going to be floating. If I save this, I can export it. Actually, I need to go over here, export FBX. This one, export. Now if we go into Unity, it should update. There we go. Updated. Let's see what it looks like in here. Already looks more interesting, I think. Bit big. Probably a bit too big, actually. No, maybe not. We'll see. And the base of it looks a bit like a cog. Yeah, it does. Yes. Very good. I'm glad you approve. Right, now let's see what this will look like with a... where is it? Subdivision surface modifier. So, with a subdivision surface modifier, it adds quite a few more vertices to it. Actually, let's leave this at 1. And let's try smooth shading. Shade smooth. So like this. Export FBX. Replace it. Go over. There we go. Quite a few polygons, but it should work. There you see. And it's not too bad, you can see. It's about 64 loop cuts going all the way, which might seem like a lot, but it's not that much really. Also, I'll disable this in edit mode. I'll add just a couple more loop cuts like this, just to manually smooth this out a little bit. Sure, let's add one there as well. Right. This is how many vertices exactly? Where does it say? I don't know where it says on this in this version of Blender how many vertices it is. Is it in here? Oh, anyway, it doesn't really matter at this point. Let's export FBX, replace it. There we go. We'll see what the performance will be like when we have a forest of these, with all of the branches and leaves as well. But this looks good, I think. Almost looks a bit like a tentacle, actually. Because I want the player to feel small when the player is walking through a forest. And not all of the trees will be this massive. I just want to do the biggest one first. Or one of the biggest ones. Even the shadow looks a bit creepy. Right. A really dense forest of this would be great. Whoa, this looks amazing. Subsurf. The bottom of it looks a bit like a ghost sheet. It does, yeah. Especially now, the way we see it at the moment. Ghost Tree! By the way, thanks for permitting me to watch the stream for free. Stream title. Oh, I see. Very interesting. I didn't know you were a ghost. I was thinking tentacle the second you dragged it in. Yeah, well, it's not got any branches yet. So, let's see. Actually, that's a good point. If I if I disable it for the viewing, like the subsurf, and then export it, will it still be the the subsurf here? No, it won't. That's interesting. So it has to be on. I see. Right, so let's add some branches. I'll probably not use this many vertices for the branches. Cursor to selected. I'll add another circle. Instead of 32, let's use 16. Let's have the first branch kind of coming out over here. And actually, looking at some reference material might be useful. I'm going to look at dead trees. And they're not actually dead, but or maybe bare trees. Well, not exactly what I was looking for, but good pun nonetheless. Or maybe winter tree. Right, so yeah. That's basically what I was looking for. Yes. Kind of that shape, that's good. Stream title, Ghosts May Watch for Free. Yes. I didn't know either, but since no money prompt came up when I joined the stream, I just assumed I'm one. Bear, XDDD, as in bear, not bear. Yes, you're right. Well, if I look for the other thing, what would come up? Yeah, this is more the thing I was looking for. Yeah, should be fine. Right, so now let's see. Actually, no, this needs to be turned a bit like that. Maybe something like this. Or is that too long? Maybe. Well, maybe not. Let's just duplicate this. Well, actually, no. I want it to be not as two-dimensional. So I'll make it go slightly askewed. Be slightly askewed. So something like this. Oh, and the normals are inverted. Flip, not invert. There we go. Should be better. Now let's see. If I right, I'm going to make it focus around the 3D cursor again, so that now when I duplicate it, I shouldn't have to move it too far. Actually, no, it's more annoying. I'll do it like this. Right, let's do one more kind of facing this way, a bit further down, maybe a bit larger, oh, like this maybe. Actually, no, not a bit larger, let's do it like this. Right, so something like that. Let's see what this will look like in Unity. Nice. Will the player be able to climb trees? Probably not. Better askew it than redo it. Yeah. Let's see. Looks okay. Needs more, obviously. You can also look through them some places because of the subsurf. So actually, I think they're also a little bit too wide. So I'm going to make them just a little bit less wide, just like that. Right, so now let's see. I do want to also change the shape of some of these. Oh, right, of course, because I've not got X-ray on, it's not selecting the entire loop cut. It would be so nice if you could box select everything even without having X-ray on, but apparently that's not a thing you can do. Alright, if it merged into the base a bit better, it'd be great. But it won't be that obvious when there's a texture on it. Oh, how do you change the width of them? Alt-S. Is this a wandering oak? Nope, not a wandering oak. Looks really creepy. Thank you. I think this branch is a bit too long. I think the branches in total are a bit too long, actually. Yeah, I think it would look better if I brought them in a bit. Let's see, which one? This one as well. No, the other one, actually. This one. Ooh, Alt-S, thank you too. The tree emerged from the ground, wildly twisting its spindly fingers. Chills ran down the player's spines. The player's spines? Since when do they have multiples? You can still look through it a bit. I need to fix that. Where? Oh, right, I didn't export it. I'm still used to being able to load... Or did I export it? No, I didn't. I'm still used to being able to load blend files into Unity. I think this looks better. It needs more branches, definitely. Right. So, also I need to smooth shade it again. Right. So I'll just duplicate all three of these, turn them like this, and then change their heights. So, well, let's see, this one, let's bring it down a bit, kind of around here. Actually, I can change it on, I can change the scale of it as well, and then flip the normals. So I've inverted one of the branches now. Looks interesting. This one, let's see. Well, we do need a big branch going off this way. Maybe down here. Or actually, no, let's put it up there. Why not? Right. Let's do this one. Yeah, we need more in sort of this direction, I think. Yeah, we need a one that's a bit lower down, that's facing sort of in this direction. Maybe if I twist it like this. Maybe. Oh, right, I need to twist the other ones as well like this. That will make it look a bit better. Actually, a lot better, I think. Maybe twist this one as well. Maybe something like this. And this one. This one, I think, needs to be twisted as well. And it also needs to be rotated further right. Something like this should be good. Right, now let's just duplicate this one, because I need a branch that's reaching out over here. Actually, a bit further this way, possible. And also I'll change the shape of it just a little bit. No, it really does need to be on the other side, that branch. So kind of like on this side. Does it though? No, it doesn't. It's so strange. Right, well, let's try this one. Let's put another one of these ones over here. Let's actually turn this one this way. And let's roll it a bit. I'm thinking maybe like this. And then maybe... Oh, right, I see. Maybe put this one just a bit further like that. Perhaps like this. Yeah, now let's see. This from this side it looks good. Looks good. Although it could do with another branch going this way a bit. Yeah, I need another branch going off this way. Let's just duplicate this one. Rotate 90 degrees. Sort of over here maybe. Actually, over like this probably is better. Now, let's see. If I roll it like this, then what will it look like? Well, it's too much on the same height. I need to move it down a bit. I think that's good. Now let's try to export it. See what it looks like in Unity. There we go. I think it already looks okay. Although I do need another branch going this way. Yeah, I do. Which way was that in here? That way, I see. Right. Oh, it's not aligned. That is better. Which then also means that this one should probably move down just a little bit more. Just like that. Let's see what it looks like in Unity again. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot right now, it's just I'm concentrating on this and there's not really that much to talk about, except the feeling of what it looks like. I think that is sufficiently creepy. The base is a bit wide though. Maybe it would look better if the base were a little bit narrower, although from down here... Yeah, the base needs to be a little bit narrower. Actually, I need to do this again, right? Don't worry, I won't change it that much. Just a little bit. So from here like that, and then like that, then like that. Yeah, that fits better. See, it's still quite wide, but it's not that wide. I mean, this way the tree looks taller. The tree actually looks like it's wearing a dress, like one of those gowns that hangs down, almost as if it were to suddenly take a step. Look at the shadow. Just imagine if there was an Easter egg in the game where if you sat here for like 2 minutes, that the trees were suddenly to animate, like the branches. Like, but you can only see it from the shadow. If you looked at it, they would stop. Yes, since 2011, December 2013, 11. Not sure what that was about, actually. I'm not sure what that was referencing. Will this tree be rigged and animated? I don't know, maybe. Will we still get the suspense accent sounds upon seeing a ghost? Perhaps, I do not know. Are we gonna be able to swing on liana vines? I doubt it. Yeah. Imagine this with moon shafts. Yeah, maybe. It's good. No! Don't change it! I have. Ah, well. I'm not sure. Oh! Gowned willow! Yes, Shadowdice, the multiple spines, the thing. Oh, right, I see. Yeah. December 2011. I get it. I get the reference now. Right, and we can, by the way, still walk into it. It doesn't have a collider yet, as you can clearly see. Right. I think that's quite a good start. I will probably do one more layer of actual 3D branches, and then the rest I'll probably make as 2D images, at least for this level of detail. Actually, no. Before that, I want to test something. let's just make, I want to make a forest terrain. Because I want to see what it will look like. Forest. Let's just put this in here. This is still using the other terrain, so I'll need to duplicate that as well. So flat onto forest. Should be in here somewhere. There we go. This needs to use terrain data, the forest one. Then over here, oh, it's already using forest. That's good. Right, let's go in here and I'll apply this to forest. Good. Now let's see how this will work. Actually, I need to make a prefab of this. So, maybe not. Maybe I can just use the model. We'll see. So if I edit, add tree, please assign a tree, of course. Which one is the FBX? This one is the FBX. Oh, bend factor. Let's see if that works. 0.1. Oh, that's not right. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Why are they so tiny? Is it to do with the brush size? No, it shouldn't do. Maybe it's linked to this somehow? Why are the trees so tiny? That is strange. Oh wait, did it not? Oh, I've only assigned. Oh, that's a mistake. I need to fix that. I've only assigned the collider. I need to change the thing. I'll put it into debug, and then here I need to change it to using the forest data. Now that should have fixed it. Normal, override, apply. Which means that this one's now probably using the wrong one. So if I go in here, oh no, it's using flat. This one's using flat. Forest is using forest, and hills is using hills. Oh, so it did not break. That's good. Right. Go in here. Edit tree. I'll add the tree back in. Maybe I do need to use a prefab. Yeah, not exactly what I'm looking for. Wait, there was a reference there? Oh, the reference to the previous message. Yeah. Don't forget to save. Don't worry. I'm constantly saving. Bend factor might be for wind. Yes, but I'm looking for why they're so tiny. Maybe they're so tiny because you've just planted them. Jokes aside, though, maybe it's because it's an FBX file. Probably. Oh, right. So debug mode also shows private variables. Debug. I'm not sure about private variables, but it shows hidden variables. It might be private ones. Yes. Let's see. I'll try to make a prefab of this one. So if I go into prefabs, just put it in other for now. Original. Make a new prefab. Let's do tree. Bare tree 1 prefab. Now let's see if it works. If I edit tree, if I add tree prefab, No, that's a funny bug. Okay, well, let's see. I need to break the thing. Unpack completely. Let's put it in as an empty game object. Then let's make, actually, yeah, I'll put on a cylinder collider. A capsule collider. Oh, right, the position's not correct. Y-axis, yes. Where is it? Where's the collider? Oh, it's in the middle, of course. Radius a bit bigger, kind of like this, probably. Something like this. Let's try to make this into a prefab. Now if I add that prefab, maybe it will work. Or maybe it won't. Remove it, add it back again. I mean, if it doesn't work, I can always use the object brush. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't look like it's working. Not really sure why. Alright, so nice, but it did work at first though, right? When it was tilted 90 degrees? Yeah. The detail brush? Maybe it's too high poly. Not the detail brush, the object brush. It's the thing from the asset store. No, it's not too high poly, that's not the issue. I'll try the blend file. Maybe that will work. Well, at least the blend file has the right scale, but it's still got the wrong rotation. Right, I'll delete the prefab. I'll try... Oh right, because it's using the default rotation. Of course, the default rotation is sideways. Oh, that makes sense. Right, I'll... How do I want to do this? For some reason it doesn't want to use a prefab with child objects. Okay, so if it doesn't want to do that, then let's try it like this. Actually no, undo. I want to use the same collider. Copy component. Paste component as new. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Oh right, because the scale, yeah, the scale as well. I see what the issue is. The issue is that the FBX file is imported at a much lower resolution, much lower scale. Maybe that's a thing I can change in Blender. If we go into export FBX, let's do, actually Y up should work. Well, actually, let's do Z up and Y forward. And scale, let's do 100. Let's see if this works. I don't think it worked. No, so the way the scale works is it doesn't it doesn't scale the object, it just gives a default scale. So for example here, when I import it, the size now is 100 in here, the scale. If I set it to 1, if I set it to 100, then it's only going, it's not going to change it basically. Yeah, that doesn't work, and neither does the up axis, which means that I'm probably going to have to use the asset brush instead, which is okay. I mean, it's fine. I'd rather do it differently, but it doesn't look like it's going to work like that. So let's see if I can import that. Having them on the floor like that might not even be such a bad idea. I think it might. It's probably a bad idea. Yeah, mix things up a little bit. Yeah. Let's do search for brush. Not this one. Prefab brush. This is the one. Import. Import. Oh. Okay, hopefully it'll still work for this version of Unity. Well, let's see. We've got prefab brush here, which should put a window up here. Prefab brush, right there it is. Now, I'll dock this somewhere. I'll dock it down here. Well, that looks awful. I'll try to dock it up here on this besides console, if that works. Yeah, just over there. Actually, let's get rid of occlusion. I don't need occlusion to be up there at this point. Right, so with prefab brush, actually I'll just drag this. Actually, yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Right, I'll close it again. It's fine. I'll open it back up later. Don't worry. I'll just make the prefab again. Just need to make the collider. I should actually have that copied still. Yes, I do. Good. Here we go. Let's make a folder for it. So let's call it trees. Right, now with a prefab brush, let me just get the window back. What you can do is you can add a prefab in here. There you go. You can do random rotation along one of the axes. Let's do Y. Random scale between two values. So let's do 0.8 and 1. Depth, I'm not entirely sure what that's about. I think that's moving up and down. I'm not sure though. Group name. Let's do trees. Actually, what does set do? Oh, set creates the group. That's fine. Right, fill mode. Sure. Let's just quickly dock this over here on the side. And now you should see that, yes, I can indeed just paint them on like this. And it does even, again, it does have the random scale of them, see? But you do have to be a bit careful where you paint them on. And these are individual objects, which means two things. One, it isn't probably, well, at the moment, it definitely isn't as optimized as having them on the terrain, but it also means that you can have specific scripts running on them. And we won't have that many anyway. So let's just try something like this, because I want to get a feel for what it would feel like to walk through a forest of these. Let's just quit this again. Because the reason why I'm quitting and opening it back up again is because of the brush. So the window doesn't have to be active to use the brush. So here we go. Oh, didn't want to land up there. Oh. I mean, these are obviously much too far apart. I did not paint that many here yet, because obviously the lodding is non-existent. So these are all using the high detailed model. But you can see you can collide with them. Well, oh, of course, yes. They're in the ground because a hilly terrain spawned up here. Let me just play again until we get a flat terrain. That's nice. Does Unity 3D's tree creator still work? I don't know. I honestly do not know. Probably. But I don't know. Maybe name the group Tree1. No, I'll delete the group because I want it to be parented to the terrain. But well, maybe I'll keep a tree group anyway. Yay, looks great. And how? And now parent them to the terrain, right? That would be what I would have to do if I wanted to keep them. XD, need to get the thumbnail. Oh right, it's 10 o'clock. Thank you very much for reminding me. So there you go. I think this is a good thumbnail, like this. Also, we should have some more audio in here. I think this should be a good thumbnail. It'd probably be cut off at the bottom a little bit, yes. Yay, audio's back. We need some ambience too. Ghostly winds, ghostly leaf rustling, grass treading. Yes, indeed. So actually, I think I'll keep these here for now. And okay, tell you what. I'm going to very quickly... Oh, right, that doesn't work. I need to break. I'm going to very quickly assign it to the prefab. It'll only take a minute. Unpack. Sign. This one. I need to put back into the prefab slot. Place anyways. Delete that. Delete the tree. Go to controllers. Put the forest in as a tile. And now it should generate normally. There you go. One of them, well, two of them generated, you see? We've got 2 forest tiles. Then if I generate again, you can see we've got 2 right there. Then generate again. 3. Yeah, if we get 9 forest tiles, we might start to see a little bit of lag. Although it's still running very smoothly. I mean, just look at this. I know, this is the last thing. Just look at this, just the forest in the distance. If you imagine those trees actually to be textured and there to be shrubbery and hills, I mean, just imagine this. This is the feeling I wanted. Right, now, that is that. So I will not keep the forest like it is exactly at the moment, because actually let's reduce this in size again to what I wanted originally. I think this is good. Maybe this. Well, which did I have previously? I think it was like this. Anyway, I won't keep the forest like this because I want it to be hilly. I want it to be hilly, and I can't add the hills afterward, which is another drawback of using the prefab brush. which is that the trees won't align to the terrain. So I need to place them every time again, every time I make a change to the terrain. But yeah, I think it's worth it. So yay! This is already looking like the previous Halloweeny project you had started. Yeah, it is. It is. With the orange lights moving around. Yes, indeed. It is kind of a retry of that. Hopefully this time it'll get finished. Thank you for the stream. Can't wait for the next one. Well, the next one will be tomorrow. Building the Milton Valley Railroad. As you can see on the schedule. Reimagining? Yeah. So, quick shoutouts. Check out Slovak Eagle. He does trains building streams, Central Europe, that sort of, which is Trains Route, that sort of thing, driving games. Kango Fango, yes, he's been typing in chat, who's been here this stream. He streams OMSI 2 map development, Trains map development, so have a look at his streams. He streams on Sundays. He's also alternating that with American Truck Simulator, exploring Colorado at the moment. Not sure if that will still be the case when you see this video. Yes, I think that's all for shoutouts. So this stream will be archived on YouTube. It's just Sharadice, the name of the channel, if you want to have a look. You don't have to, I mean. Although, if you're watching this, then you're probably watching the archive, so you've probably already found it. So that's the thing. Anyway, I'll quickly read chat and then I'll end the stream. Let's see. Next Unity 3 1. But yes, thank you for the shout out. And definitely check out Sharadice. He streams on Insert Timetable. Says Kangafanga. Well, thanks again. It's fine, it's fine. Right. So we've got a few minutes of a time. But yes, bye.